emergency. A pretty turbulent time, politically speaking.
Right, lots of limits on freedom back then.
Exactly, and understanding that background is crucial. It helps explain why there was this big push to emphasize duties right alongside rights.
Right, it was all about finding that balance.
Exactly. Second, don't be afraid to talk about the criticisms of the fundamental duties. The arguments that the language is vague, that they're hard to enforce, that they could be misused.
So acknowledge that there are different viewpoints.
Yeah, show the examiners that you've thought critically about both sides of the issue.
Okay, got it.
But then you need to counter those criticisms. Highlight how fundamental duties can actually influence laws, how they can guide court decisions, and most importantly, how they can encourage people to be more responsible citizens.
So it's about showing a deep understanding of the topic.
Exactly. And here's a tip for those UPSC exams. Use specific examples. Don't just talk about the duty to protect the environment in some abstract way.
Right.
Mention actual laws like the Wildlife Protection Act, the Forest Conservation Act. Show how these duties turn into real action.
Oh, I like that. Real-world examples always make answers stronger.
For sure. And finally, connect these duties to what's happening in the world today. How do they relate to debates about freedom of speech, social harmony, sustainable development, all that stuff? Show the examiners that you can apply your knowledge to current events.
It's all about showing that you can make those connections, that these duties aren't just old ideas, they're relevant today.
Exactly. And as we wrap up our deep dive into fundamental duties, I want to leave you all with one last thought. Imagine if we all went beyond just knowing these duties and really lived them every day.
Wow, that's a powerful thought.
What if we all actively promoted harmony, protected public property, upheld the Constitution, and truly strived for excellence in everything we did?
Sounds idealistic, but it's something worth working towards, right?
It really is. And that's the great thing about learning about these fundamental duties. It's not just about passing a test. It's about reflecting on ourselves, on how we can be better citizens.
Well said. And on that note, we wrap up our deep dive into the fundamental duties. Hope you found it interesting and maybe even a little bit inspiring.
To everyone listening, whether you're prepping for the UPSC or just curious about your role in Indian society, we encourage you to explore these duties more on your own. They really do offer a path to a better India, one that's more just, responsible, and vibrant.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep those minds curious.